Hi everyone. I have come to harass you all once again, but this time I come bearing prosperous news. I'll say that. So give me 1 second while I send out this message to everybody to make sure nobody misses the broadcast. I hope everyone is doing well in light of the current events. I know there's a lot going on in the world, and I truly am sorry for the discomfort that is causing everyone. But I got some things to say to y'all. So we're gonna go over housekeeping rules and tips first. Um, to start off, sorry, right there. I had to readjust my phone to make sure you can see and hear me. To start off, the first thing that I want to touch on is the fact that my first book has been published. You can go to Amazon and get the physical copy of it, or you can go to the Hoodoo Shop, my store, and you can get the ebook. So, for those of you wondering, all of that information for the Hoodoo Shop, for my Patreon, how you can book readings with me at the Voodoo Institute, all of those things are in the description below. For those of you that missed the Opium Poppy Bath class, this previous Thursday, you can go get it. The recording of it is available at the Hoodoo Shop as well. So make sure you go get all those things. Uh, Remember that, was there anything else? I think we're just going to jump into the reading. But, oh, remember to book your love readings with me every Friday. Every Friday. Every Friday. Come book your love readings with me because I spend my Fridays with y'all. No shade. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. The reason why I brought everyone here today is because Spirit called me to deliver this message in regards to the coronavirus and the stipulations that you all are facing at this time. So that's what I came here to do. I received my message this morning, between this morning, last night, and the day before yesterday, in terms of what it is that everyone should be doing and how it is that you can handle this situation appropriately. So let's go ahead and start off. So I pulled 4 cards. For those of you that don't know, I read with playing cards. And for those of you that are extremely unfamiliar with me, I am Huganzo's goddaughter. I'm the love goddess. It's nice to meet you all for those of you that don't know me. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. So for those of you that also don't know, let's start with this first. Neptune and Jupiter are in Pisces. What does that mean? Not only does this energy bring about prosperous energy in terms of your ability to make money, your ability to create, your creativity in general, all of those things are flourishing right now if you're allowing them to. Pisces being in Neptune brings about an era of self-reflection. For those of you that haven't realized this yet, basically the energy that came about in the beginning of 2020 is the same energy that's coming about now. It's happening all over again. This isn't the first time, and it definitely won't be the last. So if you're not willing to accept and understand the messages now and take responsibility for your lives and what you're supposed to do, you're going to have to go through this again. That's not funny. That's not funny. But you're going to have to go through this again. Who the hell would voluntarily go through this again? No one. So don't do it to yourself. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. I wrote everything down, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Right now is the time to be working with real spiritual practitioners. Emphasis on real spiritual practitioners. Stop going to Instagram and Facebook to work with bitches that you feel like don't cost as much as we do. You need to be investing your money into smart business decisions. So if you're going to go to a practitioner about how it is that you should be kicking off your business. You all should be booking readings, all that shit with practitioners once or twice, like every 2 weeks. And no, this is not a pitch for me to make more money because my money is fucking fine. Why? Because I did what Spirit told me to do. So what I'm telling you is invest your money in things that are going to allow you to prosper later. The reason why I told you to go to spiritual practitioners is so you can get the real answers that you need. Why would you go to people that don't have your best interest at heart when you know that we do? So try to get away, especially since there's going to be a lot of fake ass spiritual practitioners coming up right now, because this is also a time of deception, which I will get into a little later. This is a time to be scammed. This is a time for people to be deploying schemes, all kinds of shit. Be very careful with your money and how you spend it, because there's not going to be an abundance of it if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which means you're going to be paying money for shit that's it's not gonna return that same level of prosperous energy into you as you're attempting to return into it. I hope that makes sense. So invest your money wisely. Spend it on things that are going to return a profit to you, that are going to return some sort of financial, spiritual energy to you in positive ways. This energy currently brings about self-delusion. What does that mean? Y'all be lying to yourselves. Self-delusion. How do I explain this? Y'all shouldn't be getting high right now. Nobody should be smoking, drinking, doing edibles, anything that's going to affect the way that you understand spirit or affect the way that you function on a day-to-day basis. You shouldn't be doing it. Why? For one thing, Neptune is the energy of drugs. Okay. And I know a lot of y'all like, oh, well, I just smoke weed. Weed's a drug, honey. If it gets you high, it's a drug. I smoke weed and I'm not smoking right now. You see what I'm saying? Like it's no drugs, no alcohol, and truth be told, you really shouldn't be having sex. Right now is the time to practice celibacy. And I know a lot of y'all like, I don't want to hear it. Why? Because the energies in your life are not prosperous at this time any the fuck way. A lot of the things that we're involving ourselves in and dealing with right now are for temporary satisfaction because we already feel off. So we're looking for things that bring us temporary feelings. So there's an influx in people smoking and taking drugs. There's an influx in people, drinking and trying to spend those last few moments outside. You shouldn't be. There's no reason to. Stop. Just everybody slow down and take a moment to self-reflect. Yes, that is why you can't drink. I'm looking at the comments. So yeah, but more importantly, you drinking and smoking is going to affect your mental stability right now. It's going to have negative or ill side effects to it. And there's going to be a point in time where you're not going to be comfortable doing so. Okay. So, like, after that little 3-second feel good, calm down, now you're on this complete fucking roller coaster of emotions and all kinds of shit. It's not the drug, baby. It's you. It's you. It's you. Your ability to discern and be comfortable right now is very, very sensitive. So don't do drugs because it's going to affect your ability to make positive and conscientious decisions for yourself. This is a time of uncertainty, if allowed. So right now is a time to keep a positive mindset in everything that you do. I don't care how things are going. Just know that they're going in the right direction as long as you allow them to do so. If they're not, you know that it's your fault. Don't bullshit me. This is self-inflicted confusion, as I already said, paired with your unwillingness to move forward. So I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. If you have issues with accountability, with being honest, and I know a lot of you are already deflecting because I can feel it and I can hear it. You're saying here like, I know she's not talking about me. I know I don't have issues with accountability. I don't be lying to people. Yes, the fuck y'all do, even if you be lying to your damn self. Some of y'all, when you lie to your kids, you feel like it's not a lie because you lying to your child, you're affecting your child. And if that triggered you, then you know exactly the situation I'm talking about. I said what I said. So, yeah, this is self-inflicted confusion paired with your unwillingness to move forward. Unless you're willing to proceed, you will not. And like I said, this is not the first or last time this cycle is going to come about. So it's going to come back again and again and again and again. And if you never get it right, then baby, unfortunately, you're never going to be at peace truthfully. You can lie to yourself for the rest of your life and say, I'd have made all this money. I got grandkids. I da 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 da. You can say all of that. But guess what? None of it's going to truly be true because you have not decided to deal with your past yet. That's what this period of time is bringing. The time of self-reflection is the time to not dwell on your past, but at least acknowledge it. And to not be so hard on yourselves. For those of you that have grown in the area of accountability, this is not a time to beat yourself down about the shit that you've done. When I tell you to take responsibility for yourselves, a lot of you have an issue with responsibility because of the harsh judgment that you pass on yourself. It is a mistake. Whatever you did, it's a mistake. Apologize for it and move the fuck on. Acknowledge that you made a mistake without blaming other people or trying to hold other people responsible for your shit. All of y'all that's losing y'all jobs right now, this shit's your fault. I said what I said. You can get mad about it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. You can private message me about it. I just simply do not give a fuck because you decided to be complacent and depend on the government when this shit first happened. That's an issue of accountability, believe it or not. And that's what Spirit's talking about. You had all of this influx of creativity, opportunities to start your business, all these excuses that you normally come up with during times like this were put away when the virus hit. Even if you did face times of financial issues, you should have used the finances that you did achieve to allow yourself to prosper, to build wealth. And a lot of you didn't. You allowed yourself to be complacent. You allowed fear to get in the way. And now you're back in this situation less than a year later. Ain't that a damn shame? So take this opportunity, this second go around, to do what it is that you're supposed to do in the right way so you don't go through this. And more importantly, cause your children to go through this shit when this cycle comes back again. It doesn't make sense. How the hell you gonna blame other grown folks for your grown ass not having a job? And you knew they was untrustworthy, but I'm not gonna take that too far. So anyway, this is a time of deception. So I would be very careful about making deals with people that you don't trust. I would be very careful about the energies that come into your life at this time. Them new little friends that's just kind of showing up, them exes that's showing up, them new people. New, I put quotations, y'all, because they're not new. This is a time of the past. So you have ex-lovers showing up in your life. You have ex-friends showing up in your life. I'm talking about from previous lifetimes. Be very weary of the people that you entertain. Be very weary of the people that you sleep with. I know a lot of y'all not gonna listen, so go right the fuck ahead and then just come to me and get a cleansing bath or some protection work, whatever the hell else you need to do. Because a lot of y'all not gonna listen. And that's fine. You grown, make your own decisions, but don't say I didn't warn you. So heed my warning, my loves. And if y'all are enjoying this coronavirus reading that I gave to y'all for free, send some love donations. Buy me lunch. Y'all know I look pretty today. Treat me nice. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna keep going. I've missed y'all. I haven't been on here in a long time. So let's keep going. Things are not always what they seem during this time. I was touching on the fact that this is a time of deception. So hold on, let me put my leg down. You know what I'm saying? So this is a time of deception. Things are not always as they appear, what they may seem. This goes for people, for jobs, for opportunities, and for relationships. A lot of y'all just got new jobs that you're getting fired from. That's not funny. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at you, honey. I'm laughing with spirit because you knew that this job was only temporary. No matter how much you tried to deny it, oh my God, I started a new job. You knew this job was temporary because you knew the virus was coming back. And if you've been here on Black Spectrum Network for a long time, we've been talking about this shit for a while. About how you need to prepare for what's coming. About how you needed to be doing what it is that you needed to be doing to make sure that you did not suffer during this time of suffering. Stop blaming the virus for shit that you did to yourself. I'm going to explain the coronavirus spirit to you all because through some very interesting circumstances, I've had the opportunity to communicate with this spirit, right? And I do mean spirit. This is an entire spirit that has been conjured. Believe it or not, it was conjured by mankind. Ain't that a bitch? So this is the energy of a Pisces woman, and you all have passed judgment on her before you have allowed yourself to understand her, like most people do when it comes to Pisces, especially Pisces women. Me. So I'm saying this for a reason. Nothing that's happening is this virus's fault. She has brought about the energy of prosperity. She has brought about the energy of accountability and self-reflection. And if you're angry at this virus, then you're angry at yourself. I said what I said. So we're going to keep going. This is a great time to be scammed and taken advantage of. So something really interesting about this virus, and this happened the first time when all of this came about in 2020. Something very interesting about this virus, about this energy in general, is that it pulls demons out of hiding. There's a lot of people in y'all's lives that as of recently you're considering letting go of, and you should be. That's why this is the energy of being taken advantage of. Because these spirits that are not comfortable with the things that they have seen about themselves, going back to that energy of self-reflection, they're looking for something positive, something in light, like ourselves, to latch onto. They're looking for a way to survive this period of time, and like a virus, huh? So if you allow these viruses to host off of you, that's exactly what they're going to do. And you need to accept that you allowed it to do so. Whether you have issues of being alone, whether you have issues of immaturity, like dealing with this kind of shit, knowing that it's not good for you. Remember what I said about sending y'all's love donations? Look, the link's right there on a little banner scroller below. So if y'all want me to do more lives like this, send some love donations. So we're going to keep going. So yeah, this is the energy of being taken advantage of. There's a whole lot of this goes for men and women, but especially women during this extremely vulnerable time. There's a whole lot of weird ass, not even weird ass, but yeah, weird ass energy. And it's presenting itself as very kind. Be very careful about those that you choose to entertain. And in case y'all don't believe me, I made my own adjustments, personal adjustments during this period of time. So take all of those things into consideration. You're not losing anything, you're simply letting go of them. And they were things that were not going to serve you a greater purpose in general anyway. So while you feel like you're losing things, you're actually gaining. This is not a time of loss. This is a time of great gain. I built my fucking brand when this shit first happened. Keep that in mind. So everything about this energy is going to be what it is that you choose for it to be. If you choose for it not to be positive, then baby, it won't be. You're going to be miserable for the whole fucking year. And even after that, every time you get a job, you're going to be scared, as you should be, because why are you still working for other people when it's been proven that other people don't care for you? In terms of these corporations, if y'all think that they gonna give a fuck about y'all losing y'all jobs so they don't have to lose $100,000, y'all out of your fucking mind. Out of your mind. That is not why they built that business. They did not build it to take care of you. They didn't. They don't care about their employees. They don't give a fuck. And even the ones who do care, just a smidge. This virus is gonna take any ounce of care in any of that. And empathy that they have for y'all snatches it right the fuck out, because they will not go under for people that they don't know. So why are you? I rest my case. So this is a time of cleansing to remove that of which no longer serves you. Let it go. Whether that be past trauma, it be people that did harm to you in the past, whether it be relationships that no longer serve you, friendships that ain't supposed to be here, employers that ain't never had your best interest at heart. Let that shit go, because it's not going to bring you the happiness and the wealth and the prosperity that you keep trying to lie to yourself and say that it will. Y'all, that's only the first card. I pulled 4. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. So let's talk about it. This is the time to be making prosperous money moves. I'm gonna keep talking about money because this energy is the energy of money, and y'all letting money go to waste. Whew, hate to see it happen. A time to expand and create businesses and wealth for yourself and others. Be generous during this time. Don't be afraid to give. You don't have to give yourself, but be mindful of who you're giving your energy to. This is a time to help people, but not go under trying to help people that don't deserve it. So be careful. Using the resources available to you to bring success, i.e. social media. Everybody's going to be on social media. Use social media. What I say, use it. Damn it, it's there. There's so much free money on social media. Use social media. Everybody's going to be trapped in their house. Y'all need to be creating delivery services. People are having babies left and right, and don't shit deliver diapers. There's so many things for y'all to be doing right now, and allowing yourselves to just be creative and do the things that you invest into yourselves. Y'all should be making multi-million-dollar businesses for your children, but you trying to work a 9 to 5 that bring you less than $40,000 a year? Fuck out of here. That shit don't make sense to me. Anyway, yeah, using the available resources. Available resources also includes Black Spectrum Network. Here, these are available resources to you. Y'all know damn well, any of you that have ever booked an appointment, booked a reading, anything here, you have always had a beautiful experience. And if you haven't, it's your own fault. I said that shit. It's your own goddamn fault. You have issues with accountability. That's why you ain't enjoy your time here. But this place, this is where this is a source of help for you, a source of clarity, a source to help to clear the confusion, and a source to help you along this path. We do give step-by-step instructions if you're willing. So that's what I said. Public speaking is a very interesting tool to utilize during this time. You should be focused on topics that are important to the general and mass public right now, whether that be herbalism, like you helping people to heal. And by the way, the garden goddess and I are we will both be dropping coronavirus cure teas soon. So be on the lookout for that at Laura Scene Apothecary, which is the garden goddess's Hunzi Alicia Oko's business, and the Hoodoo Shop, mine. Be on the lookout for it because we are healing the community, because this is some bullshit. As we continue to go, let's continue, y'all. Just utilize everything that's available to you and stop saying that you don't have shit to help. Because that's a lie. That's just an excuse that you're using so you don't have to take accountability for the place where you are in your life currently. Working with trusted friends and allies. Don't be out here trying to make new business partnerships with people that you don't fucking know. Stay away from people that be trying to make business on social media unless it's a trusted industry or corporation. If you're unsure, come get a reading from one of us before you lose thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars that you don't have right now. Okay? Stop always trying to take the easy way out. This is a time to build corporations and further business endeavors. There's a lot of power right now, and it needs to be used in a positive way. A lot of you have an issue with moving forward because, and this came out in the reading, this is not my personal opinion, but it is my personal opinion too, just strictly from observation. The reason why a lot of you have not been moved forward is because you're depending on the opinion of others that you feel like are paying attention to you that kind of aren't. So for some of y'all, that's your parents. You haven't built your own business and quit your job because you're afraid of what they're going to say. Fuck them. That sounds really mean and really cruel, but I said what the fuck I said. You should not be allowing people that are not going to be responsible for your future to determine where your future goes. That's my 2 cents. That's all I'm going to say on that because I could go all day about that shit. Next, let's touch on a little topic of self-love. Stagnation. That's the energy that a lot of you are carrying, the reason why you're not able to move forward. I'm going to keep saying that you're the reason why you're not progressing forward because it is. You are the only reason why you have not moved in your life at this point. Stagnation preventing you from moving forward and progressing. That's what a lot of y'all have chosen to hold on to, and I do mean chosen. There's also the issue that a lot of you don't know how to move forward, me being one of them. I was definitely a person that, or in this period of time, I personally am facing, damn, I'm not focused on everyone else in my life. This is kind of a time for me to focus on myself. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Taking care of people my entire fucking life. I don't know how to take care of myself in the ways I've shown that kind of care for others. That's what Spirit is helping me to do right now. See, we're all going through something. Even the priests and priestesses, even if we don't talk about it, we're all people. And we definitely all vibrate on that level together of being people. Okay, so everybody's going through something. Don't feel like it's just you because it's not, and it's temporary. If you choose for it to be, of course. So next, stagnation preventing you from moving forward and progressing. For some of you, it's relationships, business endeavors, jobs, etc. You're like, well, I got a good job, a decent job, even though you're gonna lose your job. and you're like, maybe I shouldn't quit, because what if I can't find another job? That's not the time to be doing no shit like that right now. It's not the time to be questioning whether or not y'all should be quitting jobs. That don't mean everybody need to quit their job. Some of y'all really need to quit y'all motherfucking job, because y'all finna get fired anyway. It's, if you choose to stick with this job, you're gonna be on and off fired for the next like 5 or 6 years. This is not the last round of this virus. I promise you it's not. So be mindful of that. This also comes from your own we already talked about this, but once again, all of this also comes from your own unwillingness to take accountability in your life, and it's affecting your wealth and prosperity in more ways than one. So when I talk about prosperity, I'm not only speaking of money. I'm speaking of the prosperity of your health, the prosperity of your happiness, the prosperity of your quality of living, the way that you're able to treat yourself on a regular basis. And that's not talking about financially, that's talking about in general. If you are a person who has chosen to focus more on your financial wealth, or the wealth or greatness of others, or maybe not any of those things, maybe you just choose to dwell on your past because you don't want to let it go. That's not serving you shit, yo. Like, it sounds very insensitive, but I don't care. You need to move forward. You need healing. You need to stop being so comfortable in your own complacentness. You need to stop being so comfortable with being able to say, well, somebody else did this to me and that's why I am the way that I am. Because no, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. People do ugly shit to people. I know. I know. Of all people, I fucking know. People do ugly shit to people. If you choose to live your life like this, whoever did that shit is winning. Because you ended up turning out just how they wanted you to, bitter, upset, and complacent. Now you and them are in the same space, believe it or not. Energetically, y'all in the same motherfucking space. That's sad. Don't let them people win. Don't let those people who are going to fall during this period steal all of this happiness and energy and healing and joy from you, and allow this period of time for you to be troublesome or just absolutely just unbearable. Don't allow that to happen. You need to face whatever it is that you're dealing with so you can move forward. So you don't have to deal with the shit no more. That sounds crazy, huh? So you don't have to deal with the shit no more. A lot of you can't even picture having a life without trauma, because it's become such a regular part of your lives now that you're comfortable with it being here. You're so used to bringing up that same story. But the question is, are you okay with bringing that story up for the rest of your life? It's okay to talk about traumas that you had, especially childhood traumas. Let it all out, be open to talking about it. But once you're open and you deal with it accordingly, not being avoidant of it, but actually addressing the issue head on, which can be hard. Once you do that, you're able to move forward. It's no longer a piece, like a part of your life. There's no reason to be so stagnant during this time. This is the energy of moving forward. So keep going. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. What's next? What's next? What's next? What else were we supposed to be talking about, y'all? Yeah, I already said that. It's a time of accountability. This period of time brings great financial, it brings great financial and creative influence. I already said that. You're going to feel very inspired during this time if you allow yourself to. And that's why I said that you need to move forward to make room for new shit. These old things are taking up space in your brain that could be used to make you happy, that could be used to bring you some form of prosperity, that could be used for you to move forward and be abundant in everything that you do, right? This, yeah, and I wrote if allowed. So it can be a great time of prosperity, of success. You can become extremely successful based off this year. And I'm speaking to everyone. It all depends on how you allow for your year to go, right? So what else was I about to say? This period of time also represents dishonesty within yourself. So that self-delusion comes from you being dishonest with yourself and your dishonesty with others. You need to tell the truth during this period of time. You should tell the truth anyway, but you need to tell the truth during this period of time. Be honest about your intentions with people. Be honest about your motives. Be honest about the things that you want to do. Be honest with yourself. Don't say yes to shit you don't want to say yes to, and remove people even if it's harmful. I said what I said. So, last but not least, we're going to sit on here with y'all for 30 damn minutes. I need to eat. Anyway, this period of time brings about change. That's really the overall like message of this whole thing is it brings about change. It brings about change whether you want it to or not. Even that change is either going to be positive or it's going to be negative, and it's really up to you on what it's going to be. This is a time of partnering with spirit and with your ancestors, and with that's what I mean when I say trusted individuals, friends, and allies. They can be people that are trusted in this realm as well, of course, in the physical realm, friends, family, whatever. But you need to be communicating with spirit because you can't navigate this shit on your own. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to. So if you don't know how to communicate with spirit, you need to come to people that do. So we can give you the personalized, necessary messages that you need. I know a lot of you are like, I don't have to go get a reading now. You told me what to do. I don't know what the hell you need to do in your personal life. I'm telling you for the general and the mass public. If you feel personally connected to this message, that's why. Because it's for everybody. It wasn't for anything. It wasn't for anyone in particular. A lot of you are going through the same problems right now, believe it or not. So, this is going to bring a change in oneself or surroundings. So you, your loved ones, your family, your children. This is not a time to be traveling unless instructed otherwise, right? So, a lot of you could be taking self-care trips right now, which I'd recommend to a degree if spirit allows. And then there are those of us who can't travel at all, like myself. I can't go anywhere. I have to stay here. Um, when it comes to you traveling, it's just the fact that travel in general is very difficult right now, and it's going to continue to be difficult during this period of time. So a lot of trips, the same thing that happened in 2020, a lot of trips getting canceled, a lot of trips, da 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 da. Be careful about not adhering to this warning because this time they are not going to give y'all all them goddamn refunds. You out of your damn mind, you think these airlines going to lose that kind of money again, or Airbnb or these hotels? No, they're going to be like, you knew the virus was happening. That's your fault. So keep that in mind. This is also going to bring about a great period of time for separations and divorce, breakups. That goes for marriages, it goes for partnerships, it goes for relationships, it goes for friendships, it goes for jobs. A lot of shit is about to start splitting if it already hasn't. For a lot of you, my clients in particular, from what I've noticed, this began about like 2 to 3 weeks ago, about the span of like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. This is going to keep happening. There's going to be a lot of friendships that come to an end. There's going to be a lot of relationships where y'all break up. Wasn't meant to happen. There's going to be marriages where y'all are getting divorced because it's run its course and you knew it was over. Don't be sad about it. I'm saying don't be sad, but you're going to be sad because this period of time is going to make those separations feel a lot more traumatic than they are. There are going to be major roles that are played in your life, not the people, but the situations. So they're going to affect you very harshly. It doesn't mean that it's going to put you in a bad predicament. It just means that emotionally you're going to have a hard time dealing with it, maybe. Or it's going to be something that you always remember. It's going to be something that sits with you and dwells with you for a long period of time. So what else did I want to tell you? These separations and divorces are for the betterment of your own health or others. You could be the problem. You could be the problem. So a lot of you, for those of you that are the problem, don't feel so bad when I say that you're the problem. It's okay to be the problem. Just figure out how to fix it. Okay? Learn, grow. That's how you fix these problems. These issues of immaturity, these issues with, yeah, all that shit. That's how you do that. Okay? You mature, you acknowledge, you take accountability and responsibility for yourself, and you act accordingly. So there could be other people separating you from you for their own health and well-being. Keep that in mind. Not everything is always, yeah, they was fucked up. It's their fault. I knew they was a shady person. Nigga, you could be the shady person. You could be the shady person. Keep that in mind. It could definitely be you. So keep that in mind as well. This is definitely a time for karmic debts to be paid, and spirit is collecting debts as well. So this is the time to be asking for forgiveness. This is the time to be asking for forgiveness. This is why I said shit from previous lifetimes is showing up. Whenever we talk about previous lifetimes, y'all always think somebody talking about somebody y'all used to sleep with. No, it's previous lifetimes is not always talking about lovers. Y'all really need to expand your mind and start thinking about something other than sex and other people. Spend more time on yourselves rather than spending so much time on other people. Y'all spend more money with me on other people than you do on yourselves. I really want y'all to take that shit into consideration. That's not healthy. Not to say that you shouldn't, you know, if that's what you want to do, by all means. But I would much rather y'all be doing work on yourselves for self-love, to heal your ancestral bloodlines. That's what I would prefer for you to come to me for. I'll do work for your relationships, but keep in mind, why are you paying me $300 something for a relationship that's not gonna last? I'm just saying. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, a lot of you are finding yourselves unhealthy right now, whether that be spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, uh, all of those things. All of you are finding yourselves unhealthy in all of those areas because this affects all of those areas. Saturn is the planet of health. I say that because this card landed in Saturn, which speaks on your health, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally. Your health is being affected by this period of time, and I'm trying my damnedest to help you to fix it. Okay, so just keep these things in mind, guys. Keep in mind the energy that's going around with other people. That energy of self-reflection is affecting everyone, everybody on the planet. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's not just happening to you, which is why you need to be careful about the people that you're around, because not everybody will like what they see in the mirror, and it causes a lot of people to act out or lash out, whether that be in one way or another. So keep those things in mind. Um, what else was Oh, and your ill health is because of a refusal to come to grips with your past, resulting in poor health, resulting in poor money making decisions. So for some of you, myself included, when you get sad, you spend money. And during this period of time, you're going to start spending money that you don't have. Don't do that. That's not a hobby. It's not like something that you should be doing in your spare time. Spending money is not something to do in your spare time. I know a lot of you are like, well, I need retail therapy, coping mechanism. Fuck a retail therapy is a coping mechanism, and that's why you're doing it. Stop. It's spending money goes into the same category with doing drugs, drinking alcohol right now. This is not the time to be testing your psychic abilities. Leave them alone. Leave them be. Psychic experiences, experimenting with shit like that, leave it alone, because you're not going to be able to see clearly. I said what I said. So that's really it. That's my message to y'all. This is also not a time to be doing hex work. Leave people the fuck alone. Right now is bringing about a lot of ego, a lot of pride, a lot of all these different things. And I'm speaking to the practitioners specifically because I've noticed this being a problem as of lately. Stop trying to solve every problem that you have with magic, especially your issues with other people. Just because you can do magic does not mean that you should. A lot of spiritual practitioners probably won't even be doing hex work for you right now. So find another way to do what you need to do. That's what I said. If you want a better way to handle these situations than you going out of your way to hex people and then having to turn around and repay the karmic debts that you just allowed yourself to disperse. You're gonna have to pay debts that you can't afford. So don't do that to yourself. You have a better chance going to the hoodoo shop, the description is in the bio, and going to go get some protection and revenge oil for yourself. Yes, I just made protection and revenge oil. You have a better chance of going to go get that oil to keep those spirits off of you, to prevent those encounters from ever happening, and aiding in your ability to discern and using your common sense on whether or not this is something you should be partaking in. You have a better chance going to go get something already made by me than trying to figure out how to make it your damn self. And I'll teach you how to make it yourself if you want to. You go book a tutoring session at the Voodoo Institute. That's my 2 cents, y'all, though. Go to the Voodoo Institute, go book your readings, go book your love readings every Friday, and everything else Monday through Wednesday. I am doing coronavirus readings too for those of you that want to be prepared personally and know what it is that you need to do for your bloodline. What else? There was something else. And go get your books. I just wrote my first book. I'm 22. Come celebrate with me. Go and get my first book, 10 Herbs for Love, Magic, and Prosperity. This is the first volume. It's, So go do that. Go do all of those beautiful things. Go watch, we'll go get the opium poppy bath class so you can do some healing work on yourselves. It's definitely a class for self-love. You can use it for other purposes, obviously, but go go do that. Go do that for yourselves. So I love all y'all dearly. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you took something from this. Send your love donations to the Love Goddess. My Cash App is in the not only in the description below, but it's on this little banner thing right here. So right there. Yeah. So go do all those things. I love y'all. That's why I gave y'all these messages. And Asheo. May y'all have a blessed and beautiful Wednesday. Bye, everybody.